Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be doing my TBR game for the month of June. I think this is episode 5. I think the 5th time I'm doing this. And yeah, I'm excited to play my game. I love my game. I love baseball. It is baseball inspired. It is inspired by Sylvia over at Library Unbounded, and also by Stephanie at Stephanie's Bookverse. I will have all their stuff linked down below, as well as all of the rules for my game. Before we get started with the game and gameplay and the rules, let's go over last month's TBR and see how I did, if I did in fact win my game or lose my game. If I win, I get to use a larger sided die and I don't have to take a punishment prompt, but if I lose, I do. So the first book on my TBR, I had a prompt card, and for that I had read a book whose title starts and ends with the same letter. I decided to do this without including V and A. So I chose The Raven Scholar, and I did read that one. So I get to add this card to my collection. It is one of the cities, Cleveland. The next one was another prompt card, and that was the Cincinnati Reds from the National League Team collection. And it said it was to read a book with a red cover. I chose An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir. I have not read this. There is a chance I'll be able to get 50 pages in. That's kind of my, if I have one book left and I get 50 pages in, then it counts towards winning the game. I highly doubt I will be able to start this by the end of the month. It is currently the 27th or 8th. I'm not really sure. And I was looking at the calendar and I was like, you're not gonna beat your TBR, even though it was only 4 books last month. So I decided to just go ahead and film this to get it over with. Not over with, but I also really love playing the game, so I want to play it. So unfortunately, we will not be adding that card to the collection. I highly doubt I would be able to read this book by the end of the month anyway. Next, we got another prompt card, and it was On the Field, the Pitcher's Mound. Read a book with a shadow or flame on the cover. For that, I chose Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. I have not read this. I would love to be able to finish this by the end of the month and then start. So I'm in the middle of Red Rising right now. I have already read Red Rising, and I could have just jumped into this one, but I wanted to read it again. And that's where the problem lays, because I would be halfway through with this. I'd be able to start that, and then we would win the TBR game, but I decided I really wanted to reread Red Rising. So I have not started this one. I'm hoping to be able to read this by the end of the month. We'll see. You guys will be able to see whether I get to earn this card or not, but yeah, I just don't think I'm gonna be able to finish both of those books in the next 4 days, plus finish Red Rising. And then the last book, it was my free pick, and for that I chose Jojo Moyes' The Giver of Stars. This was my book club book, and I did read this one, so yeah, I don't get to earn anything for that, but it just counts towards winning the game. I'm gonna go ahead and say I lost. Just gonna put that out there and say I lost. Only 4 books on the TBR, so that's quite sad, but it's fine. I thought it would be the perfect month to start a new video project, and which is not complete yet, of course. Hopefully it'll be out maybe the 3rd week of June. I still have a couple books to read for that, but I thought that would be a good idea since I only had a small TBR. But The Raven Scholar took me a really long time to read because it was 660 pages. So anyway, that means that we will be playing with a 20-sided die instead of a 12-sided die for my game. And then we also have to take a punishment prompt. The punishment prompts are in here. These are made by my boyfriend. He makes really difficult prompts. They're usually, he thinks they're easy, and sometimes they are on the easier side, sometimes they're on the harder side. I always think, I'm like, what? This is so random. So hopefully he will be able to, he'll do one that's not so hard this month, because I do have a lot of reading time coming up. We're going on vacation to New Jersey. I don't know how active that vacation is going to be. I hope not very active, but I don't know. I got a Google Doc from his mom, so I feel like we're going to be doing stuff. I'd like to just lay on the beach, but that's not my choice. So here is the prompt that I'm picking. I'm picking this green one. He makes them in the shape of tulips, which are my favorite flower. Like, how cute is that? Okay. Let's see what the prompt is. He does origami. A book that's been adapted into a show movie that we can watch together. Ooh. Okay, let me think. Here's the thing about these prompts. If I can also fit this book to a prompt later, then that works. I can double up with this one and this one only. But if I can't, then it's just an extra book on the TBR. So a book that's been adapted into a show or a movie that we can watch together. My first instinct is to go to Project Hail Mary, which is right here by Andy Weir. I really want to watch this or read this and watch this. But I also could go with Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. I was going to say Susan Collins, but that's a senator from Maine, who sucks, by the way. Anyway, I'm from Maine, so I'm allowed to say that. Suzanne Collins, Sunrise on the Reaping. This movie is coming out soon too, and he did really like these. I think, which one do I want to go? This would finish a series for me. I would have read all of the Hunger Games books that are out. This is not a series, it's a standalone. What is better beach read? What am I gonna read faster? These are good questions. Is there anything on my priority TBR list that would work for this? I forgot my notebook. I'm trying to think of the ones on there. No. Oh, actually, but he wouldn't want to watch that movie. I was gonna put People We Meet on Vacation. This is a show that's coming out, but I don't think he would want to watch it, to be honest. I do want to get this on my TBR, but this is not the one, because I feel like I want to read this on the beach, plus it will work for a couple of other prompts for other challenges and stuff that I'm doing. I'm gonna go with Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, and maybe we can get People We Meet on Vacation. I feel like this is the movie he would probably want to watch the most. Yeah, so we'll go with Project Hail Mary. I am excited to read this. I've been wanting to read it for a while. I've heard it's amazing. So yeah, let's do that one. Okay, now for the rules of the game. So there are different tiles that I can land on. Again, this is basically copied from Sylvia. If I land on a blank tile, it means that I get to pick one of these prompt cards. There are 150 of these, and after I finish a collection, I get a reward. Usually it's to buy books. So here's all of the ones that I've already earned. I need to get like an album or something. So there's a lot to go to learn to earn here. And I have to complete the prompt, read the book in order to earn the prompt and add it to my collection. First book over there. If I land on a series tile, I have to pick a series that I'm in the middle of and continue it. That's all. If I land on the TBR jar, I have to pick it from the TBR jar. This is just, it's a cup. And this includes a whole bunch of books. I have a whole video about what's in this jar, so if you want to check that out, if you want to know what's in the jar, check out that video. And then if I land on first base, it's an easy ground out. I've grounded out. I have to go back home, and I have to start over, keep all the books on my TBR and start over. And I have to pick one from the popcorn bucket. My team sucks, you guys. Red Sox stink. It's hard being a fan. But yeah, so I have to pick, this is all of the books that I own and have not read, digitally or physically. If I land on second base, same thing happens. It means that I was caught stealing. I was trying to steal base, go to second base, but I got caught. So I have to go back to the beginning, and I have to pick a one from the popcorn bucket. If I land on third base, that is a blown save. It means that our closer came in, Chapman, came in, or maybe it was someone else, probably Greg Weiser, let's be honest. And the other team tied the game, and we have to go to extra innings. In extra innings in baseball, you start with a ghost runner in the regular season on second base. So we don't have to go all the way back to the beginning. We only have to go back to second, keep all the books, etc., and pick one from the popcorn bucket. And then if I land on home plate, when I pass home plate or land on home plate, that means the game is over and I get a free pick. If I land on it exactly, so if I have 5 spaces left and I roll a 5, I can remove a book of my choice from the TBR. It can't be the punishment prompt. And I don't think it would be the free pick, but if I can't think of anything else to read, maybe I'll just remove the free pick. I said before that I wouldn't do that, but if it makes sense, I'll do it. Hardly ever I'm ever gonna land on home plate. I have one time. I've actually never landed on first, second, or third, so I've never pulled from the popcorn bucket. Watch me do it this time.
This is when she knew she fucked up.
But yeah, those are the rules to the game. The goal is to score a run and win the game. You can win games 1-0, okay? 2-1, whatever, if it's a blown safe. Anyway, yeah, that's the rules of the game. So let's go ahead and play. Let's hope that I don't get a billion books on the TBR, although honestly, it doesn't even matter. There are definitely some books that I have in mind that I want to get on to this TBR, including People We Meet on Vacation and Down to Carl. I'm gonna buddy read this with my dad, so I'm very excited. So alrighty, so we've got the game board all set up. We've got my series jar, my TBR jar, my prompt cards with all of the pieces and stuff. I've got my 12-sided die in there, and then the ice cream ring, which we're gonna be using this month as my piece. And my popcorn bucket. So let's go ahead and do roll number 1. It's a 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 prompt card. I love that. Gives me lots of choice. Read a book that starts with the same letter of the month you are in. So I'm technically in May right now, so it'll be starting with an M. That's fine. All right, so starting off, we rolled a 7, and we got a prompt card, and the prompt is read a book that starts with the same letter of the month you are in. It is technically May still, it's May 27th, so I'm picking an M. And for that one, I'm gonna go with Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. I literally just heard somebody read the synopsis of this, and I own it on my Kindle, and it seemed really interesting. So it's about two people meet, and it's the wrong time, but they have a good connection. So they say, let's meet at the lake in 1 year. One shows up, the other doesn't, and then 10 years or 9 years later, their lives intersect again. So that sounds like a great book to me. I want to read that. I am in the mood kind of for a romance, which is not something I've ever said before. So, and I'm going to be on a beach, so I want to read like some beachy reads. So we're going to go with Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune for the first one. All right, roll number 2. Oh, where was I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was there. Okay. 5. Moving very far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another prompt card. We got mascots. This is Slugger. I think he's from the Rangers. No, that's a horse. I can't remember which team. I'll put it on the screen, but read a book over 400 pages. What is that? He looks like a lion, kind of. Is this Detroit? I think it might be Detroit. Okay, fine. Okay, next I rolled a 5 and got another prompt card, and that prompt card is is Slugger, and it's to read a book over 400 pages. It's one of the mascots. For that one, I'm gonna go with Stormbreaker by Nisha J. Tooley. This is a new release for May, I believe, so it'll work for my new release for May. And yeah, I am excited to read it. It's set in New York City, actually. Yeah, it's set in New York City. That's Manhattan, I think. Yeah, 19-year-old poet Graves knew Manhattan is always promised safety. So she's like betrothed to a prince, or the ruling powerful heir. And she has to go to this academy. So it seems like pretty romantic-ish. She has some sort of power. I don't know what it is. But that's going to be my book over 400 pages. I am excited to read this one. I really love the Trial of the Sun Queen series, so I'm hoping I will love this as well. Roll number 3. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another prompt card. Exciting. Okay, let's go from like the very back this time. Ballparks. Read a book you bought because of YouTube. All right, next I rolled a 6, and the prompt is for ballparks, Lone Depot Park, and read a book you bought because of YouTube. I'm gonna go with a thriller for this one. It is Best Offer Wins. Again, I think this will be great to read on the beach. It is about a real estate agent who, it's some sort of like serial killer or killer something. I'm not entirely sure. I'd like to go into this kind of more blind, but I definitely bought it because I saw people talk about it on YouTube. I believe it was a book of the month and people got it, and that's how I thought about it. So we're gonna read Best Offer Wins by, not sure the author, but I'll put it up there. It's on my Kindle. That's how I own it. Okay, roll number 4. A 3. Oh, lovely. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Caught stealing. Have to go back to home and start over. It was bound to happen, and I did jinx myself. So, okay. So that means we had to pull from the popcorn bucket for the first time, which is exciting in itself, but now I have 4 books and haven't even gone anywhere. So let's see, what am I gonna pick? I'm gonna go for this one. I have no idea. The colors mean nothing. Wool. Okay, that's exciting. I definitely wanna read this. It was bound to happen. So we rolled a 3, we landed on second base and had to go back to the start. Kind of stinks that we had 3 books on the TBR already. And yeah, this is roll 4. So that stinks that we're starting with 4 books, 5 plus the punishment. Hopefully I can double that one up. But we got Wool from the Silo series. So this is a dystopian about people who are, it's like a post-apocalyptic where they live underground type of thing, I believe. And it's like, it's a trilogy. Mankind clawing for survival. The world outside has grown toxic, but the view of it is limited. Talk of it is forbidden. So it's some sort of dystopian. It has a show on Apple Plus. I can't take that sticker off, which is annoying, but that is the next book that we got. Roll number 5. Oh, this is gonna be this is gonna be a big boy. What do we got? A 4. Wow, we're moving so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, TBR jar. We've had a lot of choice so far, so this isn't like the worst. Am I gonna be able to read this many books? Probably not. I need to get like a bunch of 12s, but that's fine. Dungeon Crawler Carl, perfect! Oh my God. Then we rolled a 4, so not moving super quickly, but I did get TBR Jar and Dungeon Crawler Carl. I am so excited to read this book. I'm buddy reading it with my dad. I'm hoping he brought it on his little trip. He goes on a fishing trip with his buddies every year. And I'm not sure if he brought it or not, but I'm very excited to read this book. It's one that I have been meaning to read for a really long time, so I'm so happy that it came out of the TBR jar, and I'm finally gonna read it this month. It's so funny because I have 2 coworkers who are also big readers, and this is one of them's favorite series, and they both really love this book. So I'm excited to read both of these books this month. We'll see how it goes. This is a longer book, but that's okay. We're gonna read it. This TBR is getting really long. 6? Yeah, roll number 6. We got a 6. Oh no. Shoot. Okay, well, we grounded out. We're playing like the Sox, so that's exciting. Back to home. And let's pick from the popcorn bucket again. Let's shake it up this time. Maybe I can get like a new book. Not that I don't want to read my old books, but you know. Let's see what we get. Let's take off the top and let's dig and get this yellow one. That's good because we got red last time, or pink. It is gonna be Nona the Ninth. That is a sequel, so I can't read that one, so I'm gonna pick again. Gideon the 8th, I think is or Gideon the 7th, I don't know. That's the first book in the series, but I haven't read it yet, so we can't read that. Seasons of Glass and Iron. Oh, this is fantastic. Okay, was on my radar to read. Even though this is gonna be a long ass TBR, I'm getting books that I am happy to read. So not mad about it at all. Okay, Okay, and as I say that, we get a 6 and land on the popcorn bucket. So out of the popcorn bucket came a book that's relatively short, actually. So it's Seasons of Glass and Iron, and it's one I've wanted to read last month as well, and I just didn't get to it. So here's the book right here. It is short. It is a collection of short stories. So I do believe I'll be able to finish this one because I can just read a couple of pages at a time. It's, you know, under 200 pages. There's no reason I shouldn't be able to read this, but I believe one of the stories won a Nebula Award, so I definitely want to read this, and it's going to work for my Sims reading challenge too. So yeah, we're going to read Seasons of Glass and Iron. I'm very happy to read this. Roll number 7, and we're still at the start, so yay. 12. Okay, we needed that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it's prompt card. Let a friend pick a book for you. Okay, I will have to send out some texts and see what they're gonna pick. Next, we rolled a 12, and the prompt is for Truist Park, and let a friend pick a book for you. So I asked my sister, who is my friend. Yes, of course my sister's my friend. Maybe it should have been friend or family, but I picked my sister. But she has been wanting me to read this forever. This is Verity by Colleen Hoover. This is also going to be a movie soon. So we're reading lots of books about movies this month. So I think Dungeon Crawler Carl, is that getting an adaptation? Wool has a show, Project Hail Mary. So Verity is getting a movie. I'm excited for it. I definitely want to read it. It's about a writer who takes the job to finish off the remaining books in a series because his wife is injured, or yeah, the other writer is injured and it's hired by the husband. And I think this is going to be like housemaid-ish, kind of. So that's kind of my take on it. It's my first ever Colleen Hoover, I think. It's the only one I think I would actually be interested in. So let's see if I like it. My sister's been dying for me to read this, so hopefully I like it. I don't want to disappoint her. Roll number 8. It's a 9. Oh, I hope that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are you kidding me? I've never landed on the bases, and I just landed 3 times. Oh my God. Okay, back to the start and back to the popcorn bucket. This is getting ridiculous. It needs to end. Okay, we're not gonna shake it again. I just hit the camera, sorry. All right, let's go with this one. It is The Berry Pickers. Okay, I'm excited to read that. Okay, so it happened again. We landed on second base and have to go and start over. And the one that I got was The Berry Pickers, and I've not read it. I know it's an Indigenous novel. I believe it takes place, I'm not sure where, but I am excited to read it. It is on my Kindle, so I'll definitely read that one. I'm not sure. I'll leave a link down below for all of the books so you guys can go check them out if you're interested. I don't know the synopsis of it. I don't remember why I bought it. I'm just gonna pull it up and read the synopsis to you guys right now. Okay, I remember why I bought it, because it takes place in Maine. So a 4-year-old girl goes missing from the blueberry fields of Maine, sparking a mystery that will haunt the survivors, unravel a family, and remain unsolved for nearly 50 years. So it's like a mystery thriller. Ruthie vanishes. She is last seen by her 6-year-old brother, Joe, sitting on the favorite rock at the edge of the berry field. And he'll remain distraught for the rest of his life. So interesting. It is, I wonder if I can see how many pages it is. Let's see. There's an audiobook available, so that's good. I'm definitely gonna have to be utilizing a lot of audiobooks this month. Let's see. It looks like it's only 304 pages, so that's fine. I can read The Berry Pickers. Yeah. Great. Okay, so we have, what is this, roll number 9? Roll number 9, here we go. Let's see if we can make it around the base this time. 3, not very far. 1, 2, 3. This is painful. This is so painful. Okay. Read a book with friends to lovers trope. I don't know any. We'll have to see. Okay, next we rolled a 3 and we got the read a book with friends to lovers trope. Perfect. People we meet on vacation. I had wanted to read this. I was debating reading this one. Would have been better if I'd picked it and then I could double up, but that's fine. So we're gonna read People We Meet on Vacation. Alex and Poppy, they have been nothing in common. She's wild, he wears khakis. She has insatiable wanderlust. He prefers to stay home with a book. And ever since a fateful car crash home from college many years ago, they are the very best of friends. For most of the year they live apart. He's in New York, she's in New York, he's in their small town, but every summer for a decade they've taken one glorious week of vacation together. I love books about vacation. I'm gonna be on vacation, so I'm happy to read this. It'll be my 3rd Emily Henry. I've not rated her books very highly. I have one more after this. I think I have, oh yeah, I have Beach Read. Don't have Book Lovers, I don't think, unless it's on the cart, but and I don't have the newest one, Great Big Beautiful Life, because it's not out in paperback yet and I want them all to match, but we're gonna read this one. So excited for that one, actually, which is not something I thought I would be saying. Okay, rule number 10. This is not happening. This is the worst I think I've ever, 12, okay, phew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Prompt card, prompt card, prompt card, another one. At least we'll have a chance to earn a lot of prompt cards this month. Read a book whose character has the same job as someone you know. This is video games, RBI baseball. Same job as someone you know. I'll have to look at what some people's jobs are and figure that out. Okay, next we rolled a 12. And the prompt is read a book with a character who has the same job as someone you know. And I can double up this one. So the main character in this guy is a teacher. And I know tons of teachers, so perfect. This is gonna be a movie. I'm excited to read this. I'm excited I was able to double it up with this giant TBR, so yay. Okay, roll number 11. A 5, no. No. I think it's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, thank God. Okay. Read a new release. I can do that. Equipment, cleats, read a new release. Some of these prompts really don't like make sense or anything, but okay, next we rolled a 5 and I got a new release. That is cleats, read a new release. You always need new cleats, so maybe that's what I was thinking. I'm gonna go with the Thorn Queen. This is the 2nd book in the Rose Bargain series. I'm not sure if it's a duology or a trilogy, but it is the next book that is out. And I need to read it by like June, the middle of June, to have it count for Herkyad. You only have 60 days, and this is the only like April book I think I have. So we gotta go with this one. I meant to read it last month, didn't get to it, but I am excited to read it. I think I remember the Rose Bargain well enough that I don't need to reread it. Maybe I'll just watch a quick recap. And yeah, that's gonna be the next book on the TBR. I think maybe it'll be better luck if I don't pick it up. So let's see. 6, okay, we made it past second base. Hallelujah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another prompt card though, but that's okay. I like to have some choice here. I'm gonna pick the shortest books I can. Read a book that matches your outfit. Okay, I'm wearing a gray Beatles shirt and black leggings. So gray and black, gray and black. Next we landed on another prompt card and it is DJ Kitty, which is the funniest mascot. It's for the Rays. And the prompt is to read a book that matches your outfit. I'm wearing a gray, very faded Beatles t-shirt and some black leggings. So I'm gonna go with Babel by R.F. Kuang. Is this a mistake? Probably. Am I gonna be able to read this? Probably not, but I'm still gonna try. It is a one-word title and it has wings on the cover, and so it works for 2 of the prompts that I need to do for like buzzword. So we're gonna read Babel. Maybe. It's a lot. It's only like 4 or something, but the words are very small. And I do know that her books are sometimes really hard to get through. This will be my 3rd one. I've read Yellowface and I've read Catabasis. So this will be my 3rd R.F. Kuang. I have The Poppy War. Haven't read it yet. So hopefully I like this. We'll see. It's dark academia. I'm always down for dark academia. So will I even get to it? I don't know. Actually, it'll probably end up being priority because there are so many other books. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, roll number 13 is a 1. Of course it is. Yoink. Read a book with a blue cover, Toronto Blue Jays. Oh, I have the perfect book for this. Yes. Next, another prompt card. And we got read a book with a blue cover. That is so exciting because I know the perfect cover book, and it's going to be The Life of Chuck by Stephen King. This book is like 50 pages. Just kidding, it's 100 pages, but it's a very short book. Here you can see it compared to Babel. Actually, I mean, can you even see? It's shorter. It's shorter, it's smaller. It has a picture on the bottom of all of these, and it also is a movie. So I am excited to read this one. It'll be quick. I'll get the card and we can move on. And this book will be off my TBR. It's by Stephen King. It's not a horror, I don't believe. I don't know what it's about. I think it's about this guy, Chuck. In a crumbling world plagued by natural disasters, collapsing infrastructure, and mass panic, bizarre billboards and advertisements appear throughout town. Charles Krantz, 39 years. Thanks, Chuck. Marty Anderson, a school teacher, becomes obsessed with these messages, and the world inexplicably linked to Chuck's life seems to be approaching its end. Okay, so it's a post-apocalyptic. It's 100 pages. That's why I picked it. Like, let's be honest here. God. Roll number 14. Are you kidding me right now? Just wondering. Please be a joke. 12. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Prompt card. One more prompt card. Here we go. Cities. Read a book with a landmark on the cover or in the title. Okay. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to go, but we will see. I don't know. I have no idea what to pick for this. Okay, so we rolled a 12. We're getting close to the end here, and the prompt is to read a book with a landmark on the cover of the title. This was very difficult to find, but I'm going to go with The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. It's not a super long book, which is great, and the cover that I have has like, it looks like a castle in the back, so I don't know if that counts as a landmark, but there is an alternate cover with the Big Ben on it. Or some big, it looks like the Big Ben to me. It's the closest I really could get, I think. So we're going to go with that. It's for the city, Seattle, has the Space Needle landmark. You get it. So we're going to go with War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. At this point, who knows if I'm going to be reading these books? Like, let's just be honest here, you know. All right, let's pray for a 3 because this is roll 15 and I can remove a book. It's a 7, but I get a free pick. So, okay, that was, I'm really sorry. This is my punishment for not reading 4 books that was on my TBR. This is what happens. God. Okay, so the game is finally over and I get to pick a free pick. I'm gonna go with The Correspondent by Virginia Evans. It's a book that has already been on a TBR, but I didn't get to it. And it's a good Kindle read. I think it's written in letters and it's going to satisfy one of the Goodreads bookmarks that I need to earn. It's like books on books. Unfortunately, I thought The Giver of Stars would be on there because this is about traveling librarians, but it wasn't. So that stinks. But I'm going to read The Correspondent. And I've wanted to read it for a while. I have it on my Kindle and hopefully it'll just be a quick one. I can read it quickly and be done with that prompt too. So the official TBR is, I had to write it all down because, yeah. So we have The Correspondent, it's my free pick. War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. The Life of Chuck by Stephen King. Babel by R.F. Kuang. The Thorn Queen by Sasha Payton Smith. Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. At least I was able to actually add this one to my TBR. People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. The Berry Pickers by Amanda Peters. Verity by Colleen Hoover. Seasons of Glass and Iron by Amel El Mother, which is short stories. Dungeon Crawler Carl, very excited about that one. That's by Matt Dinneman. Wool by Hugh Howey. Best Offer Wins. Stormbreaker by Nisha J. Tooley. And then Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. So it was a long one, and I have certainly been punished for not finishing my TBR last month when it was 4 books. So if it's ever 4 books again, I will be sure to finish it because this cannot do. However, that's not all, because of course I couldn't just get books that would fit everything that I need. Of course not. I tried hard, you guys, I did. First of all, I need to roll over my buzzword from the previous month on The Unmaking of June Farrow. I never read this, and I need to finish that prompt. So that'll be a priority in the beginning of the month. Yeah, that'll be a priority at the beginning of the month. We shall see. Next, I have been able to get everything for all of the Goodreads challenges. So Books on Books, The Correspondent. AAPI Heritage, that's why I picked Best Offer Wins. Summer Reading, there's a couple of options here. So we could do, it's Verity, People We Meet on Vacation, Project Hail Mary. All 3 of those are on my TBR. Escapist Reads, People We Meet on Vacation, Project Hail Mary, Dungeon Crawler Carl. So I could read any of those and get that bookmark. There is one bookmark that's coming out at the end of the month, or on June 1st. It's going to be for Pride Month, I assume. I have no idea if any of these books will work for it or not. Maybe. I have no idea if there's any sapphic relationships in any of these books, so we'll have to see. I may end up reading something completely different for that bookmark, so we'll see. Other challenges I'm working on, of course, there's Herkyed. I have no idea what's going to work for Herkyed and what's not going to work for Herkyed. We will have to see. I also do need to read a horror for the Sims reading challenge so that I can actually finish my startup. I haven't even finished the startup on that, but this is A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. This is the one I meant to read. It's one of the only horror books that I own. So unless Best Offer Wins is a horror, I don't think it's a horror though. I think it's a mystery thriller. And I don't think anything else on here is a horror. Yeah, I don't think so. So we're gonna have to go with that. That needs to be added. And then the only thing that I need to earn for Stardew Valley still is a red or orange cover, and People We Meet on Vacation will work for that. It's orange, and then also Wool is red. So I'll be able to fulfill that prompt with that one, which is the only Stardew Valley prompt I have left. And I think that, oh, the buzzword challenge. So the buzzword for, I need to go back to where I have all of these. Yes, okay, so the buzzword for June is one word title. We have lots of options for that. I could do wool, I could do babble, I could do, I feel like that might be the only 2. Yeah, so either wool or babble, unless I'm missing another one that's one word title, but so one of these is gonna get read for sure. Which one? Don't know, we'll see. The buzzword cover challenge is wings, and that's why I picked this one, because it has wings on the cover. No idea if any of the others have wings. We'll see. I don't think so. Thorn Queen, are there any birds? No, that's a unicorn. Cute. I didn't even see that unicorn. Wings on the cover. Oh no. I was hoping this would be a bird on it, but it's not. Any birds on People We Meet on Vacation? No. I don't think there's any birds on any of those, so no wings. So we'll have to read Babel. That's getting read. Okay. And then the last one that I like to do is the Read Good Challenge, and that is read a book you feel ashamed to have not read yet. So Dungeon Crawler Carl, Verity, Babel, literally any of these will work for that. Project Hail Mary. There's so many that I'm ashamed to have not read yet, and it literally could be anything for me. So that is the TBR. Everything else I have no idea what else I'm going to be reading, but wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's a long TBR, so wish me luck. Realistically, it's not going to happen, but I'm going to try to prioritize the ones where I can earn the cards. I feel like that's a good strategy. But yeah, this happened. I'll see you in my next one.